You are not to rely on your armies. You're not to count them in. I will give you whatever army you need to do what you have to do. You just trust me. Don't count them. Don't figure it up. But David turned from that. God always provided him what he needed as far as army. But when he went out and counted it, that was notice that when he had a choice, he was given 3 choices. But when he came to evaluate the choices, he only talked about 2 of them. The 3 years of famine in David's mind wasn't even a choice. that was off the table right away. So when he talked about the 3 months of being chased by his enemies and the 3 months and the 3 days of famine. I always find that interesting. You kind of miss that. He just doesn't even consider the first one.
You know why?
Oren was that?
You know why?
Oh, 3 years of famine.
He had lived through 3 years.
He had lived through three years of famine. He had. And he did not want that again. That was not an option. That was devastating. Ornan was a Canaanite king. He was the king of Jerusalem. He was the Jebusite king. He and David were friends. Even though David conquered him, he did not kill anyone. When he conquered Jerusalem, it was a bloodless takeover. They had come up through the water tunnels. They had taken the city, and no one died. Ornan was still king. I mean, he wasn't king. He was still there, and he and David were friends. Wow. Amazing.
He was the guy who owned the threshing floor.
Yeah, he was the guy who owned the threshing floor, and he had the right to take it from this king. He bought it from the king, from the former king. I think that's a part of the story that is just a side bit that I think is neat. We'll do. Are you still comfortable enough for some more stories? You want to move on before we do that? Or? Good place. Let me tell one real quick.